Chris.
Hey, Chris. Made you feel like this was a good situation for you here in Boston, and how did the discussion go over what your role might be here? Do you see yourself more as a five or perimeter player on this team? What do you think that's going to be like?
I think it was more thinking about like where I'm at in my career, and I've been in Toronto for 7, 8 years, and obviously we had a great year with a championship and all, but also years where we were not winning and all, and it impacted my time of playing and all. And I also feel like I still have a lot to give to the game, so I wanted to go somewhere where I felt like there was a winning culture, winning energy, and also feeling like um, I wanted to see something different. I want to be able to kind of show what I'm capable of doing and multiple ways of in the game. And when I first came here and talked to Brad and all, they were all telling me how they wanted me for a few years already. So it felt good to be able to be in a position where I'm wanted and I'm able to help, and also with the way that this year is going, I think that is a lot of opportunities for me to be able to be on the court and show what I'm capable of doing as a vet, but also as a wherever position they put me in.
At this point in your career, what do you think you can bring the most to a team? You mentioned, you're a vet, but what aspects of your game do you feel like you can immediately contribute the most?
Well, I feel like my whole career has always been the same. I was, going into the year not knowing what's going to be, but always finding ways to impact the game. And something that I've always done is, just find a way to change the game. And just, put the energy. If the game is down, if we're down 10, trying to figure out to tie it, or no matter what it was, I feel like the one thing that I was able to do is just to be able to bring different ways to the game. If it's a three, a rebound, if it's a rebound, hustle, take a charge. Even if things have to get a little bit feisty sometimes, I think that's something that I've always done. And, I have a lot of energy to give. So I think that's something that does half of the work. And through the years, I've gotten better also with my skills. And also when you put it all together, it makes you be able to change a lot of things in the game.
Chris, I know you guys haven't started training camp just yet, but have you gotten the chance to talk to some of the guys who've been here a while? Yeah. Jason, Jalen, I know you played in college with Peyton, him, or Derek. Like, what have some of those conversations been like?
Well, I played in college with Peyton. Peyton was one of the first one that hit me. Obviously, we won a couple championship and all in college, and also that communication already happened. Jason is always here working and all with his rehab, so I think that's I was always around him and just kind of like picking up his brain on whatever I could do for this team. Jalen Brown also. Derek White was in Colorado and I played in Oregon too. So I have a lot of the coming here was a lot easier, and like you sometimes feel like, okay, I'm not sure how to approach these guys and all, but here was a lot easier, and it made me feel like a family, especially Coach Joe. I think that he came. I got baptized this week, and he came to that too. So it just shows how much they cared and how much they want me to feel comfortable here. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, Chris, that was my question. I mean, you've experienced a few coaches now. What are your first impressions of Joe Mazzulla in the gym, and just how unique he is? And then what did it mean for him to go? Because he pointed that out to us as well.
Yeah, I feel like me and Joe are kind of the same person. We're a really, really mellow person. And obviously we have, your character comes out more when you get to know us and all. But I think that, just the fact that they show that I was a family, like show me a brotherhood, and just tell them, like it's not easy to just move in and kind of start over again and all. But Joe really helped me with that, and Brad too. And like I said, it's been a really, really, really warm, welcoming here, and it helps a lot easier to get started with training camp.
Yeah, hi, Chris. Was consistency something that you struggled with as a player? And then the other question I wanted to ask you was that you won a championship and know what a winning culture is about. How much do people like Kyle and Kawhi influence you, and what did you learn from them?
Yeah, I think consistency has a factor in everything in life. Obviously, if you don't get minutes consistently or whatever, you kind of find ways to kind of keep in shape and stay in game mode. So I feel like I find ways to always be effective regardless, no matter what, not knowing how many minutes I'm gonna play and all. So I was always able to get better at that. When it comes to championship in Toronto and Kyle and Kawhi, just one thing I've learned is how to be professional. These guys were already all-stars and all, and coming to the gym every day and work on their game and try to figure out ways to get better every time. So that really gave me the first look of like, okay, well, even if you made it, you still got some work to do and all. And before that, I was with Golden State, and I had Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Iguodala, and all these guys. So I've seen a lot of great players in front of me putting the work, and it just shows you how much work you got to put in. And even now, I got here and I'm a lot older, and I know what it takes to get to where we need to be. You still see a guy like Jason Tatum, All-Star, MVP, and all, is still there working extremely hard, and Jaylen Brown and all these guys. So now you can see it all across around the league. You realize that there's a reason why some players are better than others. There's a reason why some teams are better than others, and the work shows it.
Last season was one of your more effective production-wise from beyond the arc. Was there something you changed going into the year, something that clicked, or what do you attribute that to?
I think it's more like knowing where my shots are coming from. I think that my first couple of years, it was more trigger happy, trying to just show that I could shoot threes. But by the time we are now, I think that the league knows that we are capable of making threes, and it's just about taking the great ones. And when you take good ones, usually the margins are a lot better. So that will help me. But I think also being on a team that shoots a lot of threes and that kind of like, always finds the perfect shot, that will also help me too, because it's a lot easier to make, clean shots than contested ones.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.